Elon Musk is now telling you can go tell the world you when Lauren people don't like how Lauren Sanchez is dressed and she tells them to eat her fucking tit. Lauren Sanchez should walk around and tell everyone to eat her goddamn tit. I mean, assuming she gets a great prenup. When you don't ever need to work again, you can tell people Ariana made money for a day. And I've always said this, having had a business and sold it. You want some business advice? It's not how much money you make, it's how long you make that amount of money. Period. The end.
Oh,
That is
that's
it.
good advice. I've never heard you say that. Very
Well,
interesting advice.
that is what it is. I had a company for 10 years. Even Frankel, if you look at Frankel, and you really have been following Frankel, which I know is one of your favorite things to do, the Bethany, her spending, her clothes, her houses, it's way more now. And really, what has she done in the past 5 years? According to you, she's been a total failure. She's had failed podcasts, trying to make it on TikTok. So if you really think about it, Bethany's success is less over the past 5 years. But when you take a certain amount of money and you invest it and it keeps compounding, Bethany is richer than she was 5 years ago just because she invest. So if you really look at Bethany, I mean, I don't know if it's rented, if it's this, but I mean, I mean, it is like, yeah, she does a lot of the low end stuff, a lot of the low end stuff, but her stuff is like, I'm like, what? Another this and a Birkin. You have this Birkin and that Birkin and Chanel. And I mean, Bethany is so I think it's how long you make that much money. So I could have told you this too. It's like, girl, Ariana, it wasn't that much money. You weren't like Beyonce. It was a lot. Look, she just hosted the after Grammys with Portia. The things are still there, but it's not like this has changed your life, girl. It's not. It hasn't been long enough. So, and by the way, I'm not being arrogant because I was wrong. I did predict that they would fight and Katie would be resentful. I didn't predict that Ariana would come back. And I mean, you're resentful that you got the cuts of the sandwich and the hard knife is making calluses on your hand. Now the girls come back to help you. I didn't see this one coming. That actually you wishes that she was gone. Like I get it. I mean, in a way, I was wrong. Who knew Katie would have enjoyed being at the shop? And Katie, I think, likes driving down the highway in that beat up car and the tire falls off and she gets in and she's sweating and she puts on the apron and Ariana's, she's probably like, what a dream to have
I
my
think
own
so
sandwich
too.
shop. Yeah.
I think
So
she loves
she's,
the mayonnaise. I think she likes the mustard. I
yes,
think she
yes,
loves mixing up the tuna salad. I do
yes.
too. I think she and her mom, have found their passion. Look, I would say, Katie, I would say this. I mean, have a heart to heart with her and just say, look, step back. The sandwich shop is going well and focus on your TV gigs. Go out there and promote this shop for us. We need you to be winning to even keep the shop going and let me run the operations. I've made X amount of profit. It's very hard. Two cooks in the kitchen never work. And let's keep our friendship and you get out there, girl, and keep doing those Grammy recap shows and mention something about her and wear a sandwich dress.
And you know
Yeah,
what? You
but
know what
you
my
you'll be
advice
reaping a lot of
is?
it.
You know what my advice is? That's your advice. My advice is if you want this, now I don't suggest this because, first of all, I don't know who is going into a retail food business in this world. Vanderpump, absolutely. That's what she does. Any retail food business with a sandwich shop or a coffee shop or any of that is a
Oh.
hard fucking business. But
Mm.
my advice is if you really want this and it's your passion, I disagree with everything you just said. Don't talk to Ariana. Don't talk to anyone. Get in your car, let the tire fall off. You'll change it on the way back. Go to a lawyer, value the company, call Ariana. If it's valued for X, offer her X plus Y. You gotta give her extra money. Get her the fuck out. Give her money. Look, you're traveling the world, Love Island, this and that. You really don't want to be here. You're here because you have nothing else to do in between gigs. Go and do that, and here's money. Go away. We're not exactly making all this money. It's worth X. I'm going to give you X plus Y. You don't want to sell your house, Sarah? Guess what? If someone gives you 200 right now, you think everyone wants to sell their house in LA? Everybody does. Because guess what? You can get way more because nobody from the Palisades has a home. So you don't want to sell your Beverly Hills house that's worth 5 million? Well, how about if someone gives you 6.8? You want to sell it now? So go give
Yes.
Ariana more money, go to the bank, do whatever you got to do, Katie. Get her out of the way. and go run it with your mom and make your tuna salads and have Schwartz over. And I don't know. That's my advice to the poor thing.
Yeah. Well, we will see. I just read that today and I thought, oh, Mr. Yontef, partially right. That crystal ball is fairly accurate. So there you have it.
Well, this Sarah Fraser is way too happy to report this one here today. Oh, she's happy. Speaking of the kids and everything, where do you
Yeah,
want
where
to
do you
go
want to go?
next?
Well, let's talk about two trailers. Well, there's a lot of trailers actually that have
Hmm.
dropped from Denise Richards' new
Hmm.
show to, by the time I know our episodes will be out, RHOP, the reunion, but RHOA coming this spring. Let's talk about some of these trailers. The trailers are making a lot of noise. Since it will already be out, let's talk RHOP. The trailer got a lot of buzz leading up to the reunion because Karen shoots like some sort of message in a old fuzzy hat with a wig, and it looks real sad. And they got a picture of her that they're putting in the sofa like she dead. I mean, it is bananas. But that trailer was so juicy. I mean, they basically, those women, now Bravo better live up to it. Those
Hmm.
women look like they're going to out her affair that she's been, because that's been the word on the street for a long time.
Ashley Darby says was another man in the car, and
He
our
took her
good
home.
friend Miss Mia says it was her boyfriend, obviously. Yeah.
I mean, they let it all hang out on that. I mean, that she's an alcoholic. They cry about her booze, that they've all hid the secret for a long time that she's a drunk.
Look.
What did you make of it?
Well, look, I'm still going to go on record. I don't want to overthink it. And, gun to the head, let's pick a name. Giselle Bryant, back. Ashley Darby, back. I say Mia Thornton and Karen Huger will not be back next season.
Mm,
You can prove me wrong. I don't care about being right. I have a dick that is 10 inches. I have nothing to prove in the world. Okay,
wow.
people?
Wow, we're coming out with guns
So,
blazing.
well, I just can't shake the feeling that I think at the end of the day, which we can get into Roni, I just think it's time for Karen to go. I think Mia and all her lies, Andy seems as annoyed with her as he does with that hideous mess, Jennifer Aiden, an actual hideous mess. Yeah, I guess I'm fired up today. I don't know why. And apparently Karen is the town drunk. And when Wendy says, I've seen this, I go to this bar and they say could I see it? Yes, I could see it. I can't help it. I could see Karen sitting at the bar, lonely. Uh, it's Sarah Fraser says this all the time that when you marry older, it's all fine. You're 20, they're 47. When Jeff Bezos is still worth the same amount of money, I don't know how old he is right now, and he's 75, and Lauren Sanchez, I don't know how old she is, is 50.